Good morning, my constituents in Ayawaso Central. My dear, I don't know why MPP should take whatever John Mahama said seriously. Because do or die, if you can do me a big favor and define the meaning of do or die or boot to boots. And then when did John Mahama make this statement? That was prior to 2020 elections. Okay. Since when did then this MPP find John Mahama's statement treason? That was way back in 2020, prior to the 2020 elections. So why must they wait until a certain minister made a reckless statement?
You find Brian's statement reckless, but former president's statement, you don't find anything wrong with that?
When was that? When did John Mahama make that statement? Prior to the 2020 elections. And do or die, did he even say, I heard boot to boot, boot for boot, right? And boot for boots. What does it mean? You should be alert. And protect yourself and protect your ballot.
Okay.
Where from treason in that statement? And do or die. What does do or die means? No, I'm not getting it. This was prior to 2020 elections. So since when?
But does it really matter when it was said?
So why now?
Because this is the time that it is coming up.
Why did they wait? Didn't John Mahama contest the 2020 elections? Why didn't they raise this concern and ask for his arrest until now? That's the question. We were all in this country. Maybe someone is not aware, but I was there prior to the by-elections at West Wagon. We saw what happened at West Wagon. You are a witness to it. You can attest to that fact. What happened? Who instigated it? It was Brian Achampong. Okay? So if today the same Brian Achampong should publicly go out and say they are not going to give power to NDC, they will do every means to keep power. The statement he made, don't you find it treason? And if NDC is calling for his arrest, yes, because Ghanaians didn't give them power to become boss. It didn't give them power to kill them. Ghanaians gave MPP power to protect them. Okay.
But why are we getting to this level where threats? Why should we get there?
Thank you. Who started with the threats? It was MPP. I quite remember when we not in this town. When they issued a statement, we shall cry for Abuomo, we shall before Abomo Asum, we shall we more Abuomo. You were
condemned.
Yes, it was what condemned.
Yeah. Okay,
but what happened to them? Where is the statement coming from now? Is it from the same camp, from the same people, from the same ruling party? So who is issuing the threats here? It is MPP. Putting fear and panic already ahead of the 2024 elections.
Let me get to you, Ajua. Ajua, why the equalization? Why do we even have to get here? Is that to justify the comments made by Brian trying to equalize and take us back to 2020? Is that what the MPP seeks to do?
We are not equalizing. Let me state that MPP is one peaceful country, one peaceful party, and we are not in for violence. What Brian said does not even merit stressing. He said that we're not going to hand over power to the NDC because we are going to put in place measures to ensure we win the 2024 elections. That doesn't mean...
So he says that, let me find a quote for you. If the NDC dares to use threats, violence and foolishness in the 2024 election, we will let them know we have the men. We will show them that we have the men, and we have the men. It will never happen that the NPP will stand on a platform to hand over power to the NDC. It will never happen. We will make sure MPP remain in government at all costs.
Very good. How does MPP remain in government at all costs in this current situation that we find ourselves in?
Please, can...
Yeah, I'll come back to you so that you try to answer that question.
Okay, so what he said basically was a response to the various threats that has come from the camp of the NDC.
From who?
He said Ketia made a statement.
That was a cut and paste.
That was never a cut and paste. He said it.
What was the statement?
That even if they have to sacrifice lives to ensure they win the 2024 elections, they will. So sacrificing lives, what does it mean? their Swami youth organizer even reiterated the fact that the executive said if they have to kill to win the election, they have to. And he was ready to sacrifice his life. Mahama made a statement that the NDC was born out of violence. So if we are bringing all this threat, and we are saying that even if it has to get to that point, we won't stay aloof. I don't see it has.
So is this not
threatened.
equalization?
We're not equalizing.
Because they've said it.
And
then you're also
we're not even
trying
going to use violence means we have laws. We have laws in Ghana. We can use them. We have the security agency up and doing.
The NDC says that from the man it is coming from, we should take it seriously, Brian Echampo, because of what happened in Ayawaso, West Wogon constituency in the
So we
by-election.
can also say that from whoever is coming from Exodin Ketia, we should take it serious. Because the Exodin Ketia is now their national chairperson, their national chairman, and he has some power over the party. We can say that whatever he said during the election 2020 made whatever happened in Nigeria, whatever happened in Tamale happen because they claimed they won in the election, which was not so. He even came out to say they didn't even have the collated figures, yet they were out all over saying that they won. That brought about the violence. So if you are going to be violent, you are making speeches about violence, definitely we won't stay aloof. We have to put the security up and doing. That doesn't mean we are going to pull guns. If they want to, fine.
But if you say you will not hand over power,
because you're not going to lose the election. Simple as that. You're not losing the election, so why would you hand over power if you're not losing?
anyway, I hope that this is not what we're going to witness next year, because we are even some 16 months away, and already there's tension in the air. This is not what both parties are going to give us next year.
I don't think there's tension. They are creating the tension.
You don't think there's tension?
No. The country is very calm. There's no tension.
Peace Council has talked about the fact that this incites violence, and they fear that the worst could happen. But
okay, so she made a statement that whatever Muhammad said was not serious, and it was in 2020. The Peace Council saw nothing wrong with it.
But someone also said nothing happened in 2020.
Something happened in 2020.
As a result of Muhammad's statement?
As a result of whatever they said that came about. Okay, so if the Exodin Ketia had not even declared, Sami Jenfi had not even declared that they have won the election, I don't think they will be instigated to think they have been robbed or there has been a raid in the elections. So if we are in a country, we vote into power and there's a smooth transition, and they think that no, they had to fight for it for 3 days, and we all saw what happened as a result of what was being promoted. So I don't see that it's really a problem if it's being controlled. We are still in the election.
Sarita, you asked the question. I want you to answer it yourself. How they're going to maintain power?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because it is not an automatic power. We are in a democratic era where Ghanaians go to the polls to vote. Okay. Yes. So you are talking as if you already knew the outcome of election 2024.
But shouldn't they be confident going into war?
Really?
There's a confidence
in the state in which we are in Ghana now.
There's still a
Where
political
where we cannot afford 3 square meal a day. Not even 2. Even if I said 3 crab, even further. Where we cannot afford a square meal a day. Yes, and you are applauding yourself that Ghanaians will vote for you again because you are feeding all Ghanaians, right? Whereby we have power off for 24 hours, where we don't have water, where there's price increase on all foodstuffs. Ghanaians cannot afford a tin of milk. I don't know whether you've been able to ask of a tin of milk this week. It keeps increasing day in and out. So Ghanaians will give you power again, okay, because they are enjoying. Is that not it? Come on.
So shouldn't this be the conversation and the campaign message going into the election? Talk about the facts, talk about the things on the ground.
That is what we are doing.
Threats and
Did you hear any threat from John Mahama's campaign tour? Did you hear any threat from Dufour's campaign tour? Did you hear any threat from Kojo Bonso's campaign
We've
tour?
heard threats from, we've heard comments that should be taken seriously from your party chairman, who says that people must put down their lives if even if it takes sacrificing lives.
Okay.
What does
Okay,
that mean?
if I fine, I don't want to go deeper, but I have my own explanation. Okay, if you say people should take their lives, does not necessarily mean going to kill. Okay, if I ask you, put your life down for others, I'm asking you to be serious.